I still have no internet, but that doesn't stop me from recording it. And if you see the Real Authority logo here, I got it back and I'm back to editing. So why don't we talk about caught stealing? Austin Butler plays a former baseball player whose friend, played by Matt Smith, entangles him in this dangerous situation, which involves a lot of assassins looking to hurt him. Now, when it comes to Aronofsky, I'm familiar with his work, but I've only seen 2 films before, those being The Fountain and The Whale. The Fountain is a good movie. I do feel the ending, I had to look up what it meant, so it's kind of left up to interpretation. Took me a long time to figure that out, but I feel like Aronofsky, from what I've heard of him, he's very reliant on that, especially with The Fountain, and of course The Whale has a bit of that inner, deeper meaning too. Of course, I saw The Whale, Brendan Fraser's year, absolutely, and he deserved the Oscar. That was a great movie. But I haven't gone beyond that. My mic was loose, sorry about that. Back on track. My earbud just fell out. Caught Stealing I was excited for, mainly because Austin Butler and Aronofsky, I felt like they were a good pairing. Plus, the trailer made it seem like this would be Aronofsky's most mainstream film. So I felt it had much more mainstream appeal and a better chance of me having a blast with it instead of it being a lot darker. Yeah. I still stand by the fact that it's Darren Aronofsky's most mainstream film, but I went in with the wrong expectation. I still enjoyed it a lot, but I do feel that mainstream audiences, unless they're familiar with Aronofsky's work, are okay with a more dark approach to the concept that was sold in the trailer. You will have an absolute blast. Maybe blast is the wrong word. Let me get into the positives. I think a lot of us knew that Austin Butler was going to do a great job. He has given tremendous performances in the likes of Dune Part 2 and, of course, Elvis. Oh, and I also forgot the Bike Riders. But who were we to doubt him? We weren't going to doubt him. He absolutely gives a stellar performance, making Hank a sympathetic and tragic character, one that you ultimately root for. He's broken and he's trying to manage this situation, but he also sells the fact that he's just thrustered into the situation. Butler manages to balance the drama, the dry wit, and the suspense in a way that keeps audiences engaged. So yeah, Butler continues to prove why he's a rising star and an actor worth paying attention to. The supporting cast was also really good. Zoe Kravitz has this, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I feel like her character was charming. She absolutely was a standout as well. For Darren Aronofsky, his directing's great. I do feel it's less methodical and less left up to interpretation than the other 2 films that I cited. And probably for a lot of people, his other filmography. Again, I still think this is his most mainstream film, but even mainstream Aronofsky is damn great. For Charlie Huston, he actually wrote the original novel for which this film is based on. I felt like he adapted his material in a good way. Then again, it's his material. He's writing his own story into film form. I felt he did a great job, especially considering the fact that the movie is more dramatic, dark than I thought, and his writing manages to balance that, but also has a lot of dark comedy that unexpectedly works. Plus, there are a few twists and turns in here that are going to leave audiences surprised. So don't expect a straightforward film. Aronofsky is not a man to keep it straightforward, and neither is Huston. Matthew Libatique's cinematography is also great. I always compliment cinematography when it looks stunning, and here it looks stunning. The action when it's present's fun, plus the car chases, and also just an overwhelming sense of danger considering the main character is in some deep crap, and you feel it. Caught Stealing is one of the best films of the year so far, and as much as I hate saying goodbye to the summer movie season, because this is technically the last Friday before we go on into fall movie season, Caught Stealing is definitely not a bad way to end it. It really was a compelling film. I absolutely recommend it. The Real Authority definitely approves. And I think I'm going to be looking forward to whatever Aronofsky does next. Maybe I'll watch the rest of his filmography, albeit maybe it's a hard watch. I don't know. But Aronofsky, you've earned my respect and my attention, and you did a great job with this one. Austin Butler, I'm definitely excited to see what you do next. You are absolutely a star. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and comment your thoughts on the movie, and let me know what you think about this video. I think I'm tired, but have a great day. Peace.